We learned this the hard way. I don't figure out why they just aren't listening to me. And it's like, well, because they didn't ask for you and they probably don't like you and a whole host of other things that they're thinking.
Yep.
Kids tend to determine how fast a family blends. 3, 2, 1.
I would say, hearing that at first, I'd be like, yes. But I remember back what I've always heard Pastor Craig say, is that everything rises and falls with leadership. Well, I agree that kids necessarily in a situation that they did not ask for, but we can have much more ownership in that.
Well, we had heard a resource one time mention that kids are typically 6 to 12 months behind the parents being ready to date again and talk about future and moving forward. And so if you take that into consideration, not only just with marriage, but with dating altogether, and the kids being kind of thrown into situations that they aren't ready for, and that grieving looks different anyway. So they're already grieving the loss of one situation and then grieving the loss of what this new situation also means.
My kids never have difficult behavior on transition day, their first day back from their other home. 3, 2, 1.
Transition days were really hard for us until we realized what they were. Because in the beginning, we didn't know what a transition day was. We just thought, why are the kids acting crazy when they're coming back? Mm-hmm. And then once we learned it and learned that what it was, we didn't schedule a lot of things on those days. We would try to have a down day, let everybody relax, and then because we don't know how much go, go, go was at the other house. And if they're go, 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 and then come to our house, and then we're go, 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 those kids don't have any downtime.
A new step parent should immediately have the same parenting authority as a biological parent. 3, 2, 1.
Sure about that answer?
I think so. Makes sense. I can just say through different scenarios, we learned this the hard way, and have actually even walked with other families who are like, I don't figure out why they just aren't listening to me. And it's like, well, because they didn't ask for you, and they probably don't like you, and a whole host of other things that they're thinking. But yeah, I strongly, you have to get that permission. It's not like a random school teacher. Like, it's the first day of school.
It's a relationship you build.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the biggest areas you can't have a cookie cutter answer.
Mm-hmm.
With our kids, each one of them is different, and how she can address one of my bio kids versus the other one is totally different. But the biggest thing I can say is have a united front.
Something we started after some things didn't go so well with discipline was we would both be present for the conversation, but he would take lead on it, but I was there. So, I mean, they knew that we were together and we were addressing it together, but he did most of the talking. And then at the very end, he would turn to me and say, is there anything you would like to add? So that was a really cool way for him to communicate, you know, that we are a united front and that we're doing this together, but with respect to the bio blood role that was happening.
Yeah. I'm the softer one. He's the tougher one when it comes down to delivering discipline. But there were times I needed backup, but I still had to be the one that really put the foot forward. And a lot of things that he did too with her was just listening. A lot of listening. You know, too often parents tell kids that's enough. Can you be quiet for now? Stop talking. And he just last night was at a point where she was talking my ear off. But one thing he's never done is he's always, whatever important to her is important to him. Even if it was the silliest thing, the silliest 5-year-old thing up to the silliest 15-year-old thing. If it was important to her, it was important to him.
Fill in the blank. The most important thing a kid in a blended family needs to know is...
It's not your fault.
I would say that they need to know that they're safe,
I'd say loved.
loved.
Yeah.
I go back to the word secure.
I'd say they need to know it's okay. And I think sometimes we just have to tell them that over and over again. It's okay that there are probably times that you wish that both your parents were back together again, and that's okay. It's okay that's probably not going to happen. And it's okay that you can miss your dad or you can miss your mom, and that's okay. And I just think that we need to reinforce to them that it's going to be okay, and it's okay that they can feel however they choose to feel in the moment, because they're their feelings and God gave them for them for a reason. Yeah, that's right. And they shouldn't try to hold those back or keep them to themselves, because there's too much at stake for this not to be okay.
Thank you so much for sharing. That's it.
All right then. Come on, guys. Another one. That's a lot of memories.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
That's when she was born. I had cornrows.
Yeah. I think this was one of your first concerts. Either this one or that one.
I think her hair's a different color in every picture. Baptism, I forgot her hair was red then. You see all these different transformations and all these different seasons of parenting and growth and relationships. I'm just glad we were able to spend and find so many quality time. I remember that day, I remember the day we got married. I remember like making a promise to Adriana to like always love and care for her and like to do my best to protect her. I think that was a special moment too. But what seems like what happened overnight, actually, as I look back at all these pictures, I realized it took time. Like I remember the seasons of like having to earn in her mind the right to parent her in a way that actually felt like I was her dad and not just an adult who could make decisions.
Yeah. I had to relinquish a lot of control. I brought her into this world on my own. It's just she and I was in control. And then when the dynamic changed and bio dad was no longer in the picture, as she was beginning to trust and the relationship was being built, stepping into that role as dad, I had to remember that I'm not doing this alone anymore. I think what I really had to learn, and we've had this conversation, is I had to stop punishing you for the things that had happened to me and had to stop punishing you for the things that had happened to her and be living in this fear that something was going to go wrong again. And that was a huge aha moment for me.
We had to decide and establish together what was going to be okay, what wasn't going to be okay.
Ground rules for raising her as she got older.
And what was the end goal that we wanted to see, and while we might not have always agreed on particular things she did in the moment, I think we've always, once we came to that point, we agreed on like what kind of daughter we wanted to raise, that we wanted to raise a leader, that we wanted to raise someone that would stand bold in their faith for Christ, that we wanted to raise someone that would be caring, loving, and compassionate.
I think we've done well.
I would say we've done well.
Would you like to hear what she thinks?
Okay, yes.
Hey guys, I just wanted to take this moment and tell you just how much I appreciate you guys and everything you have done in my life. You guys are constantly there, showing me grace in every situation and letting it be known that I'm loved no matter what happens. Dad, you taking me on road trips, honestly, my favorite part of any trip we've ever taken together has been just getting to spend the time with you. Dad, I know that no matter what I say or do, you're not gonna love me any less. There were times where I would say things like, you're not even my dad, you're not my real dad. And thinking about that now, you know, you are my real dad. You sacrificed, you fought, and you decided that I was gonna have your last name. And I mean, why do you think I go by it? I've gone by Parker for 5 years because of you. You guys have taught me almost my whole life that God shows his love by showing grace, and even when we go against him, he still has the same amount of love for us. And I honestly see the same thing with you guys.
All right now.
What do you do with that? That's,
Oh my gosh.
you okay? Oh,
Hi.
hey. Love you.
Love you.
Trying to make me cry.
That's fine.
Work on your mother.
I mean, it always works for me. Yes. We didn't screw you up.
Surprisingly.
I mean, hey, it's touch and go sometimes, yeah. Very proud of you.
Oh, thanks. I'm proud of you guys.
I don't.
Killing me here.
I love our family. I love you guys. This is awesome. This is a special moment for me.
Try not to step on the white.